global economy is slowing down. So it goes back to Trump and gold. We believe, and again, we don't know, but we believe that he's going to do what he always does. By their deeds you shall know them. And he's always pushed the Fed to lower interest rates. So if the Fed lowers interest rates, the dollar, which had gotten stronger, goes down. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go. End of story. So again, right now it's a guessing game. What's going to go on? And again, what Powell said about the strong economy, credit card debt hits $1.7 trillion. Yep. That's up over 8% from a year ago. Canada faces 15.4% jump in personal insolvencies. We're mentioning this as a global slowdown. A global slowdown. And there was two articles came out, one in Vogue about the luxury goods market has lost some 50 million consumers this year. And another article came out saying basically luxury good markets facing its first slowdown since the panic of '08. We've been writing about this in your Trends Journal now for over a year. And now it's just making the news. And again, totally out of the news. Not a word about it is the office building bust. And that's going to bring down the banks. So people ask, where's the markets going? There are wild cards out there. And will they be played this year? Time will tell.
Credit card debt has exploded to an astonishing $1.7 trillion, up over 8% in just 1 year, while Canada is grappling with a 15.4% spike in personal insolvencies. Even the luxury goods market, long considered recession-proof, has lost 50 million consumers and is now facing its first major slowdown since the 2008 financial panic. But that's just the surface. Gerald Celente sees these warning signs as proof that the global economy is on the brink of an unprecedented meltdown. With office building busts threatening to bring down the banks and governments prioritizing war spending over economic stability, the cracks in the system are widening. Could this be the tipping point that changes everything?
Takeover by Verizon, get shareholder approval. Yeah. Wonder Near's deal to acquire Grubhub. BioNTech strikes $950 million China deal. Again, we mention this because all it is the bigs getting bigger. And China, by the way, as we said, the business of China's business until, of course, they launched the COVID war and destroyed their economy. But now you got articles coming out in the media about how China is doing so great in South America and how they just built this huge port in Peru. And Peru's made in China megaport to transform trade. That's the Financial Times. Latin American trade is dominated by China. As we say, the business of America's war and the business of China's business. Hey, more money. We're sending more money to Ukraine, more money to Israel. Keep killing those people. Bloody the killing fields. Yep. But on issues of peace and freedom and non-government interference in our life, Alex Jones really fought for that. And as far as the Sandy Hook thing, he admitted he was wrong. I mean, and I don't think he should be punished like that. So there you got it. The Onion's taking it over. And, Trump, I like some of his picks. He just picked RFK Jr. And you know my story with RFK Jr. I spoke with him a number of times, twice. And I had Dennis Kucinich up here as campaign manager before Kucinich left. And I supported RFK Jr. until he supported the Israeli genocide. But on the FDA side, I'm with Kennedy. So I think that's a great pick because you got to call them big pharma. I call them drug dealers that are running the country. So that, to me, that's a positive. And again, think for yourself. That's the way I see it, and don't, you guys, you say, fuck off. If I don't swallow your shit, take it easy. I'm not telling you to believe everything I say. I'm saying this is the way I see it. So take it easy. And then on to the genocidal war that's hardly, it's not talked about by the politicians. At least 15 people have lost their lives in Israeli military aircraft carried out airstrikes. Oh, this is in Damascus, Syria. Innocent people. Yeah, Israel has the right to defend itself. They could kill anybody all over the world they want, just like the United States. And I launched Occupy Peace over a decade ago. I put my money where my heart and mouth is. So all you little fucking warmongers that are running the country near you, fuck off. And anybody that supports these wars, go over there and fight or shut your mouth and send your money, your wife, your kids, your transgenders, your dogs, your cats, and everything else. Get the fuck out of here. Speaking of that, this is from New York Times. Trump's Middle East picks signal staunch pro-Israeli policy. Isn't that nice? Pro-genocide policy. Let's see. Mike Huckabee, Huckleberry, Dingleberry, a former governor of Arkansas, who's tapped on Tuesday to be the next U.S. ambassador to Israel, has said, quote, there's really no such thing as Palestine, which I've said, that I quoted him, and argued that all the West Bank belongs to Israel. Steve Witkoff was named on Tuesday as the incoming administration's Middle East envoy. Oh, another Jewish guy over there. Oh, yeah. And what? Oh, let's wait and see what they said. That was named, raised vast amounts of money for Mr. Trump's campaign, including from Jewish voters, after the Biden administration stopped shipping some bombs to Israel. Mr. Trump has presented himself as Israel's strongest ally, and analysts believe he is likely to make U.S. foreign policy more favorable to Israel. Quote, these appointments are all Palestinians should need to understand what is coming their way, said Noor Odeh, a Palestinian political analyst. Yep, there's no such thing as the West Bank, Huckleberry said. There's no such thing as settlements. They are communities. They are neighborhoods. They're cities. There's no such thing as calling it an occupation. You know what that is? Total fucking bullshit, you scumbag. It's a violation of the Geneva Convention. It's in violation of Article 242 of the United Nations. They're stealing this land. But I forgot. Here's why. Because Israeli opponents of Palestine's statehood argued that giving the land to Palestinians in the West Bank could pose security threats. And hardliners in Israel's settler community opposed conceding all or parts of the West Bank because they believe it was promised to Jews by God. Okay. All right. God promised you the land? Let's ask God. No, let's ask God. Oh, I mean, it was what, 3,000 years ago or something? Oh, what, did God die? Oh, you believe in your God making up this story? Oh, God told you then? How about God telling you now? All right? Let's ask God. Come on, God. Show up. And what God do you believe in? Where's the God saying that you're saying God said this? Hey, if he said it back then, he could say it now. So let's hear from God. Or did God disappear? What bullshit. What arrogant, fucking, murderous bullshit. Yep. The unquestionable historical belonging of the whole land of Israel to the Jewish people, said that guy Smotrich, and congratulations of that Huckleberry head. And Trump picks Tulsi Gabbard. I met Tulsi Gabbard when I did the thing down there in D.C., Rage Against the War Machine. She wasn't very friendly. But anyway, I like her for a lot of her stuff. Like, for instance, she said that Ukraine war, this war and suffering could have easily been avoided if Biden administration, NATO simply acknowledged Russia's legitimate security concerns. She opposed regime change in 2020. She staunchly opposed U.S. involvement in Syria. What else? She said that kind of changed her mind on this. Gabbard has repeatedly claimed that Islamism is the greatest threat facing the United States. Oh, I didn't know that. She recently said Hamas's October, this is from antiwar.com, attack on southern Israel, quote, was a stark reminder of the ongoing and long-term threats of Islamist terrorism that continues to spread around the world today. Their goal is to establish a global Islamist caliphate, which must all live under Sharia law. She said, U.S. must stand with Israel.
Now you've seen how the cracks in the global economy are deepening, but this is just the beginning. To truly understand what's coming next, you'll need to watch the next important video on this channel. It dives into how these economic shifts could trigger a massive wealth reset. Don't miss it.